Hello YouTube, and welcome to another Collector's Cash YouTube video. Okay, in this video we're going to showcase a super rare, mega rare set of the 2015 Pokemon Art Academy cards. These are something that very few people have even seen, or some collectors have never even heard of. So we're here to kind of showcase these cards while we have a complete set so that you all can see all the different artworks. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of the history of the 2015 Art Academy. And I'm going to read this information from Bulbapedia just so that it's straight from them and give them credit for what they've put together. This is a lot of the basic information on this contest. So the Pokemon Art Academy competition released that the Pokemon Art Academy was the first international illustration contest inviting players of the Pokemon Art Academy to create original Pokemon illustrations with the opportunity to have their artwork featured on specific created Pokemon cards. Overall, there were 3 separate instances of the competition. Japan, where the competition was named Pokemon Art Academy Pokemon Card Game, which was open only to residents of Japan. And then also North America, open to residents of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And also Europe and Oceania, open to residents of Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, France, Luxembourg, Portugal, Spain, the Netherlands, Russia. And they state on Bulbapedia that Italy was specifically excluded. Not sure why, but that's an interesting note there. The Japanese competition began first, with the submission period open from December 13th, 2014 to February 1st, 2015. And the North American competition and European and Oceanian competition began simultaneously on February 18th and ran until March 29th, 2015. So each competition comprised of 2 categories. One was Dress Up Pikachu, and then the other was your favorite Pokemon. So Dress Up Pikachu, obviously people were drawing up different versions of Pikachu and trying to win the contest. And then your favorite Pokemon, I believe they were able to just select any of their Pokemon and draw their best illustration of that Pokemon. So the Dress Up Pikachu required players to portray Pikachu in a costume of their design, inspired by cosplay Pikachu, as featured in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Your favorite Pokemon invited players to create an image featuring any Pokemon. Once entrants had completed and chosen their image in free paint mode, they were required to upload it to Miiverse and submit it as part of the competition. The 5 winning entries from each category in the Japanese competition were announced in March of 2015. The 3 winning entries from each category in the North American competition and European and Oceanian competition were announced on June 8th of the same year. Now, the top entrants in each competition were selected from a panel of judges, including Pokemon trading card game illustrators. Each of the winners received 100 copies of each card featuring their illustration. So let's talk about that for a second. So every winner of these 12 cards basically got 100 cards, 100 copies of the cards that they drew, right? Their artwork, which is incredible. So in order to obtain a complete set of these cards, you have to actually go to each artist, find each artist. And not every one of them's very easy to find or made public, and convince them to sell their cards to you. Well, from what we've been told, all the rumors on the streets and what we've seen on the marketplace is a few of the artists have never sold any of their cards, so they still have all 100 copies. So you might say, well, how did Collector's Cash get these? Well, we were fortunate enough and lucky enough to have obtained production samples. So in the trading card business, whether it's baseball cards or Pokemon cards or whatever, they usually at the factory, when they produce cards, they produce them on a big sheet, and they produce extras, usually for like if certain cards become damaged or lost in the mail or things like that. They have a way to quickly replace them without having to go back to production and reprint them. So the production samples are identical. There's no difference between them. They're the same cards that the artist would have gotten. They're just extras. So prior to us getting these cards, everybody in the world had thought there was exactly only 100 of each card produced, which that's what they gave out to the artists. And then they produced a handful. They produced some extras, and we don't know the exact number, but they did produce some extras to be given out or maybe eventually destroyed or whatnot. So we were fortunate enough to obtain some of these production samples. So we have one of the rare complete sets of Art Academy cards right now in hand that we wanted to showcase. So let's go down the 12 cards. The first one we have is Pikachu by the artist Zyme. And what we really like about this, it kind of looks almost Hawaiian or something like that. He's got almost like the dress going and the action going. There's so much color to this one. This artist did an incredible job, and it's no wonder that Pokemon picked this one as one of the winners. The next one we've got is Pikachu Me. This is one that it's kind of arguable online. As far as we know, it doesn't seem that the artist has sold any. Now, the artist might have graded some, but we don't think that any of the artist copies have actually been put on the market. There might have been some, and this changes, obviously. The artist could change their mind today or tomorrow and start selling them. So that's Pikachu Me. All right, now this is Pikachu Ashley. We're pretty confident the artist for this card has not sold any of theirs as of yet. So this card has been bringing big premiums. And so what we've noticed is any artist that hasn't sold any of their cards has made their cards more valuable. So the day that they decide to finally sell them, their cards are probably going to be much more valuable than had they had sold them early on. There's Pikachu Ashley. Okay, the next one, Pikachu Lily Chan. This one's awesome. Very colorful, got the whole rainbow effect going. Very, very awesome card. It's interesting to see how the artist is able to, if you keep staring at this card, you see the background. There's like the moon, the clouds, stars. There's so much different stuff here than you would normally notice when you first look at the card. Okay, the next one is Pikachu Melly. This is a store favorite because it reminds us of the Happy Birthday Pikachu card, which is one of the most popular promo cards ever made in Pokemon, where Pikachu's sitting there for his birthday. So it almost seems like, these are like cupcakes or pastries or something like that with like, is that a birthday candle like right there? We can't really tell. And one thing I forgot to mention on the first card that you can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, there's a Pokemon Art Academy logo. And that's what signifies the card to be one of the Art Academy cards. If you can see it, I'm gonna try to get it in focus there. There it is, right there, Art Academy, if you can see it. And looking at the card really close, what you probably can't read is Pokemon is on the top level and then Art Academy is below that. So Pokemon Art Academy. Okay, Pikachu Wyvern. So this artist is also rumored to have never sold their cards as well. We have not seen a lot of these on the market. Now, if the artist has sold them, it's been very few and far between. Have not seen a lot of these hit the market either. So that's a tough one. Okay, Delphox. So ironically, this one has gained a lot of popularity recently. Initially, when these cards were selling, the first ones might have sold for maybe $600, $700, $800, like on eBay, and we've seen these cards creep up and now to the thousands of dollars. Again, supply and demand. You're dealing with cards that are super rare. There's not a lot of market availability for these cards. You're not seeing a lot of these hit the market. So when they hit the market, the collectors are hungry. So they're really, really, really wanting to pick these cards up, and they're fighting to get them. Okay, so the next one after Delphox, which was is it Pigray, if I said that correctly? And the next one is Tangrowth, which was done by the artist Gosha. What's interesting about Tangrowth is you don't see a lot of promos for Tangrowth. He doesn't get a lot of love in Pokemon cards, so it was really neat that Pokemon selected Tangrowth as one of the winning cards for the contest. All right, next one we got Kecleon. This one, like Delphox, has really, really gained a lot of popularity. This is one that people are fighting to get. And the couple that we've listed on eBay recently have sold immediately. And then we had lots of people saying, I want the next one you get, please contact me. So there is some heavy demand for this card, which was ironic because we thought it was going to be mostly the Pikachus at first. But this card has definitely gotten a lot more interest recently. Chespin. Very nice, colorful. It's almost like petting the pet there, petting the dog, petting the Pokemon. Really neat artwork done by Gabby. This one, so far, historically, just off of numbers and sales, has been the least valuable of the 12 cards. But again, that can change, just like Kecleon did and Delphox. That can change really quickly as people start to try to build their Art Academy set. This could become, a very valuable card in the future. Okay, we're getting to the last two. These are the most expensive and what we would think the most desired, obviously because of who they are. Mew, one of the most popular Pokemon. What's interesting about Mew, initially when we had got this 12 card set, we thought that every card was in English. But as we read off earlier from Bulbapedia, the contest was available to a lot of different countries, right? And so the winners actually got their cards made in their language. So the Mew got theirs made in their language. It was not in English. So this is called Mew Fanpy. Look to see this card to really become probably very valuable over the years, because there's people that just collect Mew, people that collect Pokemon, people that collect rare Pokemon cards, people that invest. There's so many different variations. So a lot of people are going to be fighting for this card. It could be one of the top Art Academy cards. It already is right now as far as sales-wise on what they've brought on eBay and online, what we've sold them for as well on collectorscash.com. So these have mostly been the highest two cards. So Mew Fanpy, and I'll see if I can get a little closer if you want to kind of read the card here for those of you that can read that language. It looks like German. Okay. And then the last one, Primal Kyogre EX. Holy cow, if you collect EXs, you're going to love this card. Now, it's interesting to note that all of these Art Academy cards are non-holographic. They are not holographic. But when you see this card with the way they kind of did that EX right there, it kind of makes it look like it's got a holographic effect. But this is a true non-holographic card, and probably one of the most beautiful arts we've ever seen on any Pokemon card, and definitely on a non-holographic card. So the artist name, if I hopefully pronounce it correctly, is Muriel. Excellent job. If you ever watch this video, excellent job on the artwork. We're very, very happy and very thankful that you created this card. It's just a beautiful card. You got the love discs that are swimming with them and everything like that. So yeah, look for this card to continuously probably increase in value over the years as supply and demand obviously makes it very, very tough to get. And then the value of being the only EX of the 12. So you've got 12 cards and you have one EX, and the Primal Kyogre EX is the only one. So this could possibly rival Mew. This could actually become worth more than Mew. And again, this card, we have not heard any stories of the actual artist releasing their copies into the marketplace. Okay, everybody, I hope you found this video exciting, informative, and inspiring. And if you'd like to collect, you can always go over to collectorscash.com. We've got these listed on the website. If we don't have them in stock, you can add yourself to the wish list. So the next time we get one in stock, you'll be automatically notified. We also do sell on eBay under the screen name Collectors Cash, just like our company name, just like our username. So feel free to check us out. And thank you for watching.